I'll right back with more Europa Universalis price power. This is ambitious Margrave. So scenario. This is my part 78. I have just come straight back there. We are on phase 4, which is income and upkeep. I know it was a bad place to stop, but the video was getting a bit long, so. Okay, so may take loans during this phase, cut costs. Not going to do that. So. Yeah, do not count slots with cubes. Page 28. That's about cubes on their town track, which is what Austria have at the moment. So it seems like this is okay how it is. Page 28. Yeah, place your own hostile player realms province. Place your own town with the. Sorry, this is when we're sieging, with the unrest side facing up on top of their town. That player must then cover up a corresponding slot on the town track, which we've done. And then players who regain control of any of the provinces being occupied may remove matching number. Yeah, and then occupied provinces. Occupied token is used to mark NPR, but thus controlled by a player realm. Yeah, as a town or vassal of the lawful owner stays in place under the occupier. When a player's province is occupied, the use of the occupied token is not needed in these cases. Yeah, I mean, it's still just sitting there with the town on top of the town then. I don't know, it feels like I've got to take over all of Austria for them to go away. Okay, maybe it's like that. This is the first time that we've delved into that. I think. I want to say we did take one of Denmark's way back at the beginning and that got removed, so I'm just worried I'm missing something. Anyway, okay, move on. Right, collecting income minus costs. So, this is just me that does this. So I've got 16, 20. I've got an extra 2 for that. Oops. That's clever. Excuse me. 22. So advisor upkeep. We've got 1, 4 there and 2 there. So we've got 7. What did I say? 22. So that's down to 15. That was including the stability modifier. Yeah. And we've got maintenance of 1, 2 and a ship is 3. So 15 taken away 3 is 12. I think that's what we're getting. 12. Not too bad. 12. Yeah, and we had 8. So that should be 20 then we've got. Okay, corruption, no. Right, monarch power, we'll deal with mine first. So we've got 2 plus 2, 4 for administrative. 3 plus 3, we've got 6 for diplomatic. So adding 6 member grant, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should have 7 in total. Right, and then 3 plus 1 is 4 for military, so we'll have a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then for the bots, so the bots get 7. So Austria are going to start with 7 and France are going to start with 11. Right, there we go. So Austria are starting with a kind of lame 7, although they're not finished yet, are they? If bought us 20 small towns. No, that's not going to apply, but for France, they've got 8 large. So they're going to get 1 for that. Oops. And then Papal Controller receives 1. And that is Austria, so unfortunately they're going to get another 1 there. And then they're also going to check for the Emperor, the HRE stuff. So Emperor receives extra bot power. Well, we've got to roll dice. They're sitting at 3 right now, so they're sitting in a spot that they do get 1 bot power. But if we manage to roll a 1 here, another way. So a 6 is going to increase it. Oh, that's horrible. That means they're getting an extra bot power. So that's going to get placed. So they're up to +4, which gives a diplomatic and military. So they get 2 extra bot power for that. That was bad. That was a bad blow. Score prestige. Uncontested Papal Controller, which he is again, Austria. Number of Catholic realms, -1, maximum 3. There's 2 Catholic realms, -1, so they get 1 prestige for that. So we got Austria and France, and we're not Catholic. Anti-personal, remove. Yeah, okay, so then into clean up. Allied units and armies towards available. Yeah, no allied units. Update manpower. Right, where does it tell? Why does it tell us here about the manpower? Oh, this is just the update manpower. It's not the refresh grant. Yeah. Okay, well, we can stick with them first. So Austria, yeah, well, what they getting? Remember, this one doesn't get counted now because we've got the time. So they've got 7, 11, right? They're still going to have the 15 because this jumped up to 4. So they've got 15, so I think they've got 15. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, yeah. Yeah, well, we did knock them back 1 by taking that town, I think. However, they knocked it back up with rolling the dice well on the thing, so. Imperial Authority track. So they stay where they are with 15. France have got 7 and 8 is 15 as well. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, okay. They've got 2 in their army. Okay, and then for us, well, we had 15, but, so we've got 8, 10, and then 5 tokens, haven't we? Yeah. So we've still got 15. Did we not gain 1 then? No, you see, that's 8 and 8. Jumping from there. We took this town away, but it was still 8. Yeah, because you need 2 shifts of them. So 15, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, we're fine there. Right, so no changes at all in the manpower. But we still have, at least we've got the same size as our army as the Austrians. Although it's easier for them to put together than us, but anyway. So refresh, half of exhausted, a minimum of 3, maximum of 6. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So what? Yeah, that's a problem we're gonna have. So I'm only going to get 6 of these back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and then 6. So that's not great. Yeah. Oh, here's the other thing. I was forgetting we triggered that. Oh yeah, we're in a state, aren't we? We triggered that. What was it? What was the one that we triggered? Church attendance duty, was it? No. Oh, it's not that one. Serfdom. So let's bring that down and have a look at it again. So we have this idea tagged that we tagged ages ago. And it was good at the time. It might still be better here because it's gain one unrest instead of paying military power. Well, that's sort of not the worst in the world. And remember, we can pay one military power to remove 2 unrest. Again, it means we're carrying out a different action. But if you consider that, then... But we also, when we take the replenish manpower action, we refresh 4 exhausted units per that gained. Whereas you would normally get only 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's good then. Cool. We could do that twice. Take 2 unrest, right? Because the replenish manpower is only a minor action, isn't it? It is, isn't it? I think. Minor action, replenish manpower. It's 1 military power for 3. So we're getting an extra 1 out of that. So this is better. So we can do this twice, take 2 unrest, and then take an act. Well, we need to take an action to remove the 2 unrest with 1 military power. So that's not bad, because it would normally cost us 2 military power to, and that would only refresh 6 of these units. Would be 1 left, still sitting there, and we kind of need all we can get. We've not got any of the cards. We've still got a general, but I mean he's hanging on now. He's got no health on him. So, okay, so that's our free refresh. So moving on, repair heavy ships, refresh merchants. Right, I didn't use any of my merchants. Didn't trade at all. I think we tried and just didn't get anything. Anyway, they're not. So, remove, keep from change national focus. Yeah, we'll do that. So, board and status map cleanup, remove alliance. Yeah, this was the one where it was talking about, well, here you go. This could be, because is this not now 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what it says here is, again, I'm just looking at this reference. It says remove alliances, well, between bots and player realms, right? But also remove alliances from DMPRs with base tax greater than or equal to 10 ducats. So, I think that's the case. As a DMPR, but I'm not 100% sure that alliance token should be there. If it should still be there, if it should have moved to Namur when, the alliance was meant to be with Luxembourg, the alliance was meant to be with Burgundy, and Luxembourg was the capital, but then Luxembourg got DMPR'd, so what happens to the alliance token? You know what, let's just take it away. I know I'm just starting to do some things now. I'm just yeah, I don't know. I know, maybe I should be finding out more about these, but yeah, maybe it is kind of important here. I could put this question down. It's going to be a long-winded question, I think, but maybe I should do it. Give me that alliance marker back. Well, what I'll do is I'll finish what we're doing here. I'm not sure where this should be. I mean, in fact, we weren't sure when we were placing these at all, really. But I could go through the procedure. I could explain my situation. I could even take a little photo, I suppose. Right, let's finish where we're at, anyway. So, I don't know, maybe that's a way, maybe it's not. Remove all health from the map, none of that. And just imperial influence and redistribute. Right, I do have one more imperial influence. Well, actually, it gets adjusted anyway, doesn't it? So, Well, it can't go in there, it can't go in there, and it can't go in there, or can it? To be honest, it doesn't really need to be going in there, and only one of these needs to be going in there, really. Because it's, right, I need to, yeah, it's got it here, Imperial Influence. Number of Imperial Influence equals the number of the authority. It was 4. I've got 4 cubes to place. So we're meant to remove them and just redistribute them. Must be placed in HRE area with 1+ province owned by NPR HRE members. So, right, so Rhineland works. The priorities are elector area where it would take, and there's some tiebreakers. Elector area where it would take least influence to have more influence than any other player realm. So that's 1 there. And then the other elector areas are, what are they? Westphalia, right, can't do that. Brandenburg, can't do that. Saxony, can't do that. Because they've not got any NPR HRE members in them. So, and what's the other one? The other one's Bohemia. And it's not wanting to do that either. Because that's got the most influence in there anyway. So then number 2 would be any elector area not full. The tiebreakers are areas where the bot's alliances, then alphabetically. So any elector area not full, tiebreaker is bots alliances. So yeah, so actually it's wanting to go in here. And of course that, because it will keep the alliance going. So I think we put 2 of the 3 left cubes in there. Let's move that out of the way a bit, Grant. And then the final one we're going to put in Rhineland again. Okay. Because that's now full up. Right, player realm first to pass gets the first player token. Well, that's going to be me for a change. So where am I going to put that? Should be able to get it there, that's fine. Yeah, and we can put these in the order. It's going to be me, it's going to be Austria 2nd, France 3rd. And then reshuffle the bot decks. So yeah, let's just carry on and deal with that. So for Austria, their ideas and events always get shuffled back in. So that gets shuffled back in. These get removed. And then we've got 3 cards left over, so we shuffle them and half of them rounded up. So 2 out of the 3 are going to get shuffled back in. It's going to be these 2. 1, 2. And that one's going to get removed with the other 2. And then for bot number 2, no events or ideas in there. So we're going to take the 4 and shuffle them up, and half of them are going to go back in. And oh, there we go, 1, 2. Right, and then I'll shuffle the bot decks up. Right, that's bot deck shuffled. And then we discard down to 5 action cards. I've only got 2 action cards left. Yeah, we ended up not using that. I suppose it was going to cost me the 1 military power, I think, that put me off. But and I've still got this development card. I had this for an age now. I will say that military reforms card was quite nice. I'm thinking we could dig down. Well, I'll tell you what, when I get to drawing my cards, I'm pretty sure I'll be selecting some military cards, I think. fact, yeah, I think the first 2 card draw. Well, unless we draw one that's really good, and well, that's it. End age. It's not the end age. So that's just done 2 of the last 4 rounds, isn't it? 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we've still got 2 rounds to go. To complete the game. We are in amongst it now, though. But some questions that you know what I don't know about trying to explain this question. I don't know where to start. That seems an awful long-winded. I think I would need to take pictures and whatever. Should I still do it? I don't think I'm going to bother. But you need to decide what you're doing with that alliance. Well, I would need to remove the alliance then. Just feel like that's maybe doing the bot out of something here. Right. Let me pause and think about this. Right, okay, being on pause there for a bit. Did go away and ask a question. Right, some things might not be showing up here as what they were before. Took a picture of things, went and asked. Try to get my question across. Basically saying that I decided that Luxembourg was the first alliance. Now, you know what? This should be away. I've taken this away. This should be Protestant now. That happened as well. I just didn't want to show that in my image, in case I don't know. I don't know why. And then the other alliance went in Switzerland. Now, okay, so that's where we're at. And you know, I said about that because that is the capital. Luxembourg is now the capital of Burgundy because they've only got 3 realms, 3 provinces left, and that's alphabetically first. Okay, so yeah, my question was right. My question was I just had a sneezing fit there. Right, so my question was, first of all, does this look right? Now I got a reply from Mix as always. He didn't go into. Well, you know what? It was quite a drawn out question, so I did show him the picture. Whether he's taken. I mean, I did say, does this look right? Would the lines go there? Lines go there? He didn't comment on any of that. So I'm not sure. I mean, I'm asking a big thing. I'm asking about the big picture here, I suppose. What he did say was, I mean, my questions were, does this look right? Did the alliances look right at first? And assuming they are right, and this gets placed on this, does the alliance still stay there, right? And then finally, the third part of the question was, will that alliance get removed because now this DMPR's got 10 strength? Will it get removed? And that's kind of the phase we're in just now. Well, I think I've probably passed it, but I think we were just trying to resolve that. So anyway, he replies straight away with something that I didn't notice. I should be able to get this up on page, let's say 41 maybe. Yes, indeed, 41. DMPR expansion. So he comes back with DMPRs cannot expand into MPR capitals, right? So I'm looking at the sort of meaning of DMPRs back there. Well, actually, where did that come from? Oh, that's in event guidelines as well. Just looking down there on page 40, placing DMPR tokens. That's event guidelines. It's under event guidelines there. But I suppose the one that got me thinking was I eventually went here, because I was going to ask at first was, where is that in the rules? But I mean, I thought it's bound to be in the rules. He's telling me that's the rule and it's quite clear. It says it here, that this may not be a capital unless it is the last remaining province of an MPR. So, and then I make a fool of myself here as well. So, this is the capital of Burgundy, right? And Burgundy has two other provinces. This alliance got placed properly, okay? So if it cannot, so when we come to do the DMPR, if it cannot be placed there, I thought, right, well, it can be placed there. It's still in the same area, alphabetically. Well, it's the only one that's left, so it gets placed in there. But while I was doing that, although actually, before that, let's read Mick's reply so that I can make a fool of myself properly. DMPRs cannot expand into NPR capitals. Okay, so Luxembourg would not be a valid option, right? So when we're coming to place this, Luxembourg's not a valid option because it's an NPR capital and there's two other provinces, right? So Luxembourg would not be a valid option. But let's say Burgundy's only province is Luxembourg. If Netherlands expands into it, Burgundy would cease to exist and the Austrian alliance would be removed. It does not transfer to the DMPR. Okay, so if Luxembourg was the last remaining one, if this was taken by, well, if this is DMPR'd, which it is now, right? Let's just say that France take that, or even the DMPR goes and takes that. Then Luxembourg's the last one. Then it would take it over, and then that would wipe out Burgundy completely. However, it is clear there though that he's saying, maybe I didn't read in there properly, but what he's saying, so I come back and I say, oh, interesting, I see now from the DMPR expansion rules, so Namur would be the target for the DMPR expansion, so that's where that would go. And then and Austria would still have their alliance with Luxembourg, Burgundy, if you like, whatever. That's fine, and there's still another province for it as well, but Luxembourg's still the capital. So so it says that's fine, cheers. And then also afterwards says, this also highlights a previous error though, this is my blunder, as I expanded previously into Liège, which is a capital also, so we'll need to fix this. Well, there's Liège there, right? And as a capital, and that was the first DMPR expansion after the event triggered them all. And I put that in there, and then I'm now saying, oh, it's a capital, I've got to take that back. But no, like he comes back and says, but Liège was the only province of that NPR. You cannot take a capital if that NPR has another province. If that's the only province they have, then you can. So that was legal, and that was just lucky, really. That one would not have been legal. And however, he did explain, like I say, he did say there though that if Luxembourg had been the only province left, the DMPR would have went on there and the alliance would have been removed. He says because it does not transfer to the DMPR. Okay. So, yeah, and I mean, I don't know how much he looked into the picture of if these were correctly placed, if that was the right places to put them. I mean, my question, I said, I assumed or I decided that these were the two places they went. I was basing it on the bot, and then I started thinking, should that have been my choice? But then it says, Austria, if Catholic, gains two alliances. And my thinking of that was that they put them where they want to put them, and because they're a bot, they do it alphabetically or tax income, and that's why we were going tax income, because this had a tax income of 3 at the time. This had 2. There seemed to be nobody else. I wasn't sure of this. This is the other thing. I mean, well, hang on. Has he not just said that it does not transfer to the DMPR? So is he saying there that you can't have an alliance with a DMPR maybe? He's saying it does not transfer to DMPR, so it would get removed. But that's if that was there and then that got put on top of it, it would get removed. So I'm not sure, but I'm not sure though. When we came to place this alliance, I didn't want to place it on one of these because the capital is outside the HRE. So that's why I then stepped back and put in Luxembourg. I'm not so sure Mix has looked into that way because I haven't really asked that question. I have asked that I put the alliances there, but yeah, it's I don't know, like I say, the whole part of the question was quite kind of long-winded and probably needed. Oh, we needed a lot more questions and explanations, I think. But I'm happy to come out of that with that, and we'll see. So it means that alliance is going to stay there, which I'm happy about because it looked like I was doing the bought out an alliance that it still should have had, you know. Right, well, let's just leave things at that and then push on. So I'll put the markers back in the right place, didn't I? Yeah, because that then changed. That was the spread of Protestant into there. That's I think was right as well. It didn't want to target Austrian towns, blah blah blah. Yeah. And line stays there. So now Burgundy's only got 2 provinces left. Okay, so that's us into the phase 1 then now, draw cards, isn't it? We've finished the round. Shuffled up the boat deck. Yeah, is that where I was? I hadn't started doing... Well, I've not drawn any cards. I think I just paused at the end there, didn't I? Yeah, because I started this video in the income and upkeep phase, didn't I? And then the clean-up part, and then some other blethering is obviously taking effect, and we're at 31 minutes. Okay, so let's get some cards drawn, and maybe we'll not get any action started here. I'm probably closing in the end of the night, and tomorrow's unlikely to be. I'm back to work, so anyway, let's get the events showing. Let's do that. So 3 events. Well, yeah. Yeah. Is it 3 turned up? Yeah, 3 turned up or 2 turned? No. Yeah, it must be 3, isn't it? Do we get to see 3? Why am I struggling with that? There should be 4 events in total. Yeah, we get to see 3 of them, and 1 stays face down. All right? Yeah, that's right, Grant. And that one stays face down. Yeah, I think it was just looked like it was a lack of space there. I think I've just moved things along a bit. Okay, so what we got? We've got no realm specific events. I'll tell you what that means. Well, what does that mean, Grant? No, it doesn't. It doesn't necessarily mean anything, does it? We've seen an Austrian event and a Brandenburg event. Yeah, because this is the second half of the deck, isn't it? Yeah, so that doesn't tell you anything. This might be a realm specific event, but they might be in the last 4 cards. No, hold on. Well, you must have had a French one as well. I'm looking back here. Well, we've got a ruler, so that's a Brandenburg event. I can see a French event here. So that's 2. And then we've got the Austrian event that we were just looking at previously. So that's been 1 of each. There needs to be another 1 of each within these next 8 cards. Yeah, so it doesn't mean, because there's four events still to come. And they're just in the other 3, they could be in the last 4 cards. So it's not necessarily means that one of them's going to be there. Okay. Who's getting hit? Triangles and pussies. Okay. Oh, we're losing our general. Damn it. We're losing our general. That's not good. And that card's on the far left as well, the triangle. And that's not good either. Because I want to feel like the card on the far left gets a bit of love, to be honest, doesn't it? Because there's no yeah, what I mean on the far left, I mean the first event. So that's trouble for us, actually. I can see us drawing 3 military cards here. We need to, because we need a general like that. What else did we not have? Was there not somebody else? Yeah, we've got this guy was the other card in my hand. He's 2 blue dice, so he's not awful. He only costs 1 to enlist as well, a point. He's a circle. No harm up there for circles, so something to keep in mind. Right, I'm not going to study the events too much. I'll zoom in there a little bit and you can pause and have a look. Think what you would do. Think what the right thing to do is. So next is draw action cards. So draw 3 cards, may draw 1 by 1. Okay. Well, yeah, I need military stuff, don't I? Now do the generals come from military cards? No, they come from anything, don't they? Yeah, of course they do. I mean, that one's from a military card. I don't know about Horatio down there. It's quite possible he is. Oh, I think he is. He's got a red border. It's just, that's all I can see of the card at the moment. Yeah, so I think, yeah, it is. I can see the borders now. The colour borders, see, it's red, that's blue, that's green. So it's whatever that is. So that is a military card. I guess you're more likely going to get a better general out of the military cards. Yeah, but it's not just generals we're looking for. We're looking for maybe cards to... Well, that military reforms again was really good. So we are first player as well this round. Okay, so I'm going to first off draw a military card for sure. And because... to be honest, this is all that I'm going to be doing, isn't it? I'm going to be trying to battle Austria here. Right, so here's the first card. We get 1 step ahead. I've seen that one before, and that's not great. Ooh. Move an army... Well, read it, Grant. Let's just be sure here. Move an army fleet out of an area C-zone where you are being attacked and into an adjacent non-hostile area C-zone or friendly port, or move an army fleet to intercept an enemy as it enters an adjacent friendly or neutral area C-zone. Yeah, that looks like a card for the pros about how to work out how to do that. How to make the use of that and that. You need to have played the game. For a lot of the stuff in this game, I think you need to have played it a few times to understand how best to put these to use. But he's a pretty good advisor, but our military advisor has got +1 hit on him. He's a square. He's okay up to now, but yeah, I think that requires another military card now. There's a good chance we might be drawing all 3 from that. So let's draw the second one from the military deck. Okay, here we go. Force March. This is a general. Only 2 white dice, but there's only 1 to enlist. Move an army up to 4 spaces. Okay. Move into a hostile or distant area or cross a mountain border. Each costs 1 extra space. Okay. Movement must end if a battle is triggered. The army may not contain more artillery units than cavalry units. Okay. Not really doing it for me. On saying that, I did say that I wanted to, I was talking about moving my army from here. I wanting to go through here and here, and I get the feeling this might still be a hostile area. I've not looked too deeply into that. I mean, we own it. No, sorry, we don't own it. That's the thing. We occupy it. Which tends to make me think, without going looking, that this is still a hostile area. So I couldn't move through there, and this is a hostile area as well. Saying that, there's nothing to say I wouldn't just move into there and take that. Maybe go for that first. But this would let you move... Well, hang on, it doesn't permit you to not stop though, Grant, does it? Yeah, no, it does, Grant. Moving into a hostile or distant area or across a mountain border each costs 1 extra space. Movement must end if a battle is triggered. Interestingly, it doesn't mention a neutral space there. Because if I move my army in a neutral space, I've got to stop. Normally, your army's only getting to move 2 spaces though, so moving a hostile or distant area or across a mountain each costs 1 extra space. I'm not really sure I'm following that then. The benefits to that. So that's 2 cards. I mean, are you pushing everything at that? We've got a bunch of diplomatic power, Grant. You've got 7 of it. We've only got 2 rounds to go here. And yeah, I think probably this should have happened sooner, this war with Austria. So I think we just need to stick with the military side of things, and I don't know, we'll still be able to do some, hopefully do a couple of trades, maybe. And then, yeah, okay. Right, I'm going to take, my third card is going to be military as well. There we go. Siege Assault. Right, that sounds a bit better. So it's got a general as well with 2 cavalry dice. Yeah, cavalry dice, the orange ones. So play on your turn, pick an army in a hostile area to immediately siege provinces with a tax value up to its siege strength and no extra military power cost. Okay. Roll artillery dice equal to the tax value of all siege provinces and take a casualty for each cannon result. Sieges fail if no units remain. Okay. So this is the one with this has got a hand on it. So that means, what does that mean? It's a reaction again, is it? Is it? Does that matter? Pick an army in a hostile area to immediately siege provinces with a tax value up to its siege strength. Right, hang on. Yeah, it's a reactions. Got the hand. Action cards that are marked as reactions with a hand icon are used to interrupt play just like other reactions. But it says play on your turn. I'm not sure what's... It's like other actions, page 13. I'm not sure I'm finding the full benefit to that. I guess if I studied it a bit better, then I would, I suppose. Okay. Reactions, yes. Some minor actions may be formed as reactions. It's possible to play a reaction on our player's turn after you passed or even outside the action phase, but it specifically says play on your turn, this card. So these actions are marked with the hand icon, and the conditions under which these may be performed as reactions are stated in each action's description. Action cards may also be labelled as reactions. Oh, hold on. To immediately siege provinces with a tax value up to its siege strength. Okay. I think I'm getting it now. So let's say we've got our army in, I don't know, let's say we've got our army in here. It's got a tax siege strength of 5. To immediately siege provinces with a tax value up to its siege strength. Yeah, so it would cost me 1 military power to play the card. If I was sitting here, as long as I had the siege strength in my army of 5, I could siege all these down at just that cost of 1 military power. Right, think of going now. Okay, that sounds better. But then after that, it says you've got to roll artillery dice equal to the tax value of all siege provinces. So I need to roll 5 artillery dice, and take a casualty for each artillery result, and then the sieges would fail if there was no units remaining. Okay, so yeah, you gotta be careful, but it's pretty good. Although you're going to take some casualties rather than... I mean, it's letting you do it. It's letting you siege strength of 5 or 6 or whatever down for like 1 military power. That's the big benefit, isn't it? Right, I've got to decide if I'm going to keep these cards. Well, I'll keep that one. That sounds good. Where are we here? The other two, but... well, is there any point keeping? I mean, I've still got the one that's got the 2 blue dice as a general. So I'll keep the Siege Assault, but will I keep these? I mean, this would... But remember, there's only going to be 1 new round after this. However, that +2 could be important. And if... Right, if the last event has got a square on it... See, I don't think it's going to, because we've got wounds on the 3 of our squares already. I just think it's not going to be. So I'm tempted to get rid of this as well. But I'll tell you what though, I might change my national focus to like go and get this card back. Because it was like kind of good. And we get 4 shots at that, and maybe just keep it all for that. I mean, there's probably other good options on there as well. Top 5 cards, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'll be looking at... No, actually, you know what? I've got 3 naval manoeuvres up there in the top 5, which are probably not any good to us. And then that mercenaries one. Oh yeah, mercenaries. I need to keep them in mind as well. Because they can be up and up beyond your manpower as well. Well, if I was to discard a couple of cards, this is the 3. I'm keeping this, so I'm going to spend 2 on this. I mean, you know, I probably should still put use to that. That's the thing. The other thing is, if you go and grab that military card out the discard pile, it's going to cost you a military power just to get out the discard pile. Yeah, I think at some point I should maybe try and use this as well. Just to like turn 2 small towns maybe. Do it twice, turn 2 small towns into large towns. And remember, this cost me 1 cheaper as well. So I don't think I'm going to use that card, but I might. This looks like it's useful, so I'm keeping that. So if you are going to go and dig down for that card, you kind of want to keep the other 2 cards, which leaves you in that position. Is that silly though? I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what else we have. A glary bit. As this reform central authority card has reforms, we've only got 1 more action here. But reforms cost 1, and it says draw 2 action cards, each of any type, and keep 1 of them. So, what else would you want to do? No, I talked about. I'm not doing that. No, I don't. I don't think I'm doing any of that. Well, I might do reforms. Mind you, this isn't terrible. Like, gain 1 military power and ducats equal to your deployed army. Oh, I can't do that. Because I need to exhaust 2 uses. I've only got 1 left. So we can do war taxes. We could increase our stability, but yeah, it dropped back down again. I don't think it matters. It mattered before when we had that mission. So yeah, I could see myself using that to draw 2 action cards, draw 2 military cards, and keep 1 of them. So then I've also got an extra card. So yeah, I'm not going to keep these 2 cards because I also need money. So I'm only going to keep the 1. Ooh, that's discarding 2 cards on top of that as well. That military reform. So it means it's a 3rd card down. I think I'll be alright. I wonder how many of them there are. You guys that play the game out there will know how many of each card there are as well. That's the thing, yeah. So I'm going to keep the Siege Assault. So that's the only one I'm keeping. So I'm only going to spend 2 ducats there. So that's quite good. Because we do have, well, we had 20, I think we've got 18 now. Right, unfortunately, this looks like it's going to be a part of nothing. I might need to make sure I add a comment. It's just all end of round and beginning a new round stuff. So I paid for action cards. Yeah, the last thing to do is the missions. So, is there any point looking at these other missions? Well, let's have a quick glance. I suppose these are the 2 that I had in play from last round. Obviously thinking that, yeah, I mean, these are 2 that I need to take 4 Austrian provinces, core provinces, and then I'd be able to complete both of them, I think, without studying them too much. So I think probably I'm going to stick with them. This one's be the current Emperor, which is, yeah, I mean, if we're going to go for it, it's maybe possible. Yeah. Some of you are probably laughing at that thought right now. Steroids and counter from, yeah, and this one needs a maximum of 3 again. One of vassalize all provinces of an NPR with 3 points. Yeah, you know what? I'm sticking with the same 2. There's not any point. I'm not going to be trying to go for Wicca anymore. I'm just going to try and go for Austria. And we'll see how that plays out. Probably quite horrifically. So I'm going to keep the same missions that I had last round. And yeah, so that's this interaction phase. We need our armies sorted out. We need what's going to cost money. We need to do some trades. We've got this annoying pirate up here as well, which isn't going to help. Yeah, bot power wise, Austria, although they did build on a little with our dice roll and the Imperial Authority, didn't they? So they've got 10. Because they're also the papal, what is it? Controller. The papal controller, the emperor, and they rolled a 6, and that jumped up 1, gave them an extra bot power on top of it as well. So they got 2 extra bot power there at the end. So. Right, okay, I'm at 54 minutes. I know it's a bit of a rubbishy part. I'd like to start moving it in the next turn, but I think I'm probably done for tonight. It's not impossible, I might not come back, but I have been getting a bit weary. Yeah, I feel like I need to get to the end of this game now. It's starting to feel a little bit, it's, you know, when you play something for so long, and it's not that I'm bored with it or anything like that. I think it just needs to come to an end now. And because I take so long about getting through things. But I don't know where I'm going next at all. So, but we've still got this to finish, and there's no way I'm going to stop now. I mean, we're at This is the second last round, so, and it should be interesting because we're up against Austria and we're, you know, but we'll see how it goes. I doubt very much I will be back tonight, and tomorrow's a wash, so maybe a few days before things get going again. But I'm off again next weekend, although quite a few things on. So I'd like to think I could get this finished around about over that weekend and maybe decide, maybe get something fresh. Thing is, I'm saying fresh, still have the 2 games over there. I don't know. We shall see. Okay, I'll be back when I'm back. Cheers.